What's up, YouTube? James Dorsey here from Dorsey's Lawn Care LLC, coming at you today with another video. Right now, I'm at my day job, the one I use to kind of supplement my lawn care income for now until I can go full time. I just wanted to jump on here today and just talk to you about a couple of things. So I made a video a couple of days ago called "How to Start a Lawn Care Business in 2025." This is sort of an addition to that. This is how to start a lawn care business in 2025, and what it takes. So, not machinery, not equipment, but what kind of character does it take to start a lawn care business in 2025? So let's say you already have everything it takes, all the equipment, mowers, weed eaters, edgers, blowers, everything that you need. What else does it take? It takes a lot of backbone. It takes a lot of backbone. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of heart to start a business in 2025, and that's to start a business at any time. You're going to be faced with decisions that are hard decisions. You're going to be faced with challenges that there's really no real solid answer to. You're going to be in positions where you really don't know what to do. You might wish you could quit or bail out or need help or something and don't know who to turn to. When things don't work out or whatever, that's just part of it. So you definitely need a lot of gumption, I guess would be the way I would put it, because you're going to face those challenges. So you definitely need a strong constitution. So, and I know that because, with my business this year, I'm already facing challenges, and it's May. Just got started. I have 7 clients so far. I've done a couple of more jobs other than that, but I have 7 recurring clients. And this year I went into business and I bought a backpack blower, a new string trimmer, an edger, a new push mower. I already had a 0-turn, and I bought a trailer. And I bought some equipment to go with that, which is like the equipment defender racks, and I installed a towing package on our car to be able to haul my trailer because I didn't have a truck. I didn't have a way to haul the trailer, so I still would have took to make it work. And I've spent a lot of hours, a lot of time getting those things ready. I work almost full-time hours at this job, so every waking moment basically with me is spent working, and if I'm not working, I'm working on some other problem that comes up usually. We just had a bad storm come through the day before yesterday and knocked down trees everywhere. Our neighbor across the street's got a tree on top of his house, just giant, massive oak trees that have been standing for 100 years probably or more, and they're laid over. We had huge branches torn out of our trees in our yard along our driveway and make a huge mess. So, if I'm not working here, and if I'm not mowing yards, I'm working on, our yard, basically. Or kids have doctor's appointments, or wife, needs to go here and do this or that. So we have one vehicle. My wife doesn't drive. I'm the only person driving, so I have a lot to do. But so far this year, I'll give you an example of it taking a stern constitution, a backbone, whatever you want to call it, to keep going, because you got to keep going when you don't know what to do. Like our car is having issues with the power steering, for sure power steering's leaking pretty bad. But also when I put it in reverse with the trailer, the car itself starts smoking. so out of the passenger side. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't need to drive the car in that condition, so I need to figure out what it is. But I can't afford to pay for a mechanic. I have to figure it out myself, and that's just part of it. It's taking that risk. So you have to be very capable of taking a risk, putting it all on the line. So to operate any kind of business, you're always going to feel like you're just probably, until you get things like super straight, you're going to feel like you've got it all laid on the line at all times. So you just have to get used to the feeling like I'm one step away from disaster at all times. So that's how I feel right now. And I was feeling pretty bad about it, and then I just have this thing inside of me that goes, well, that's what it's supposed to feel like. You have literally, you're breaking free from the system. You're breaking free from, the corporatocracy, and starting your own thing, becoming an entrepreneur, and you're building a business, and it's not supposed to feel great all the time. It's going to feel hard. So you're doing everything that it takes, and if it fails, you did everything you could, and if whatever, and you can always go back, take notes, go back and see what you did wrong and do it different next time. Because, you might fail. I might fail. This might not work this time, but that'll give me a good place to start next time. This car might break. It might leave me stranded. I might lose both jobs. I might be out on the streets begging for change, until I can get another vehicle to take care of my family. I might have to get emergency food stamps, and ask mom and dad for money, God forbid, because I swore I'd never do that again. But, might have to swallow some pride and just do what it takes. And that's just what it feels like to be an entrepreneur. So how to start a lawn care business in 2025? Not only get all the equipment, get your business legal, pay for the insurance, go out and get customers. Don't have a business unless you have customers. But also, you got to grow a backbone. You got to be ready for hard times, because they're going to come. Bad stuff's going to happen. So, you got to get your constitution ready, get your willpower ready, get yourself together. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. This is me. Telling myself this. That's what it takes to start a business. So get ready. Well, that's the end of today's episode. I'll probably post again later on this week if anything cool happens. I have a yard to mow tomorrow. Might make a video at the beginning. I don't know. Or at the end. It's probably going to take me about 3.5 hours to mow this yard. I may or may not get stuck, because we've had, like I said, a lot of bad weather. It's been a lot of rain. I was supposed to mow their yard yesterday, but I was busy cutting up logs in the front yard and clearing our driveway so I could even get the car to my trailer. We still have some work to do in the yard as well, so we'll probably start the day by mowing the yard, and then end the day by cleaning up debris in the yard at home. So I plan on making a new burn pile, and I want to split a bunch of firewood. So I love you guys. Please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. But I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace out.